So, bit of a backstory. I've had some pains in my body in the last, I want to say, few years. You know, as you get older, your body creaks and cracks, and you have a lot of pains shoot through your body every now and then. But I've had this bit of a back issue. Been going through some tests the last few years, thinking about, I thought it might have been rheumatoid arthritis. Had some issues with that. Going through some medication, had some more scans. And the last probably 3 to 4 months, I've really started to lose strength in my hands, and my feet become really tingly. So it's really hard to explain, but feels like I'm losing the sensation of my hands and my feet. Now, I'm not talking about this to say, you know, poor me. There's lots of people who have lots of health conditions. I just want to explain the thought process that I had behind it while I was being told the news. So at the doctor's yesterday, at the hospital with the specialist, and going through everything, and she went through and said that I do have rheumatoid arthritis, but it's not the main issue of my hands and feet. The main issue for the hands and feet is that my spine is crushing all the nerves in my back. So the whole way from my neck to my tailbone, the spine, instead of having the, I don't know what you call, the nerves and the pieces through the spine, I'm not sure what they call them, sorry, but the bones are essentially touching and crushing the nerves in between each one. And I don't know a lot about the human body, but it's pretty amazing, to be honest. But the nerves that it's crushing are contributed to my hands and my feet. Some of those. So, and that's cutting that signal off that controls my hand function, my feet function. So it's not that I've lost strength, I've just lost function. And then she says, you know, there's nothing you can do. You can get an injection in the nerves, but from a repair situation, you can't repair this. So your back just has extreme wear and tear. And what it's from, I don't know. I've never really worked, you know, physically demanding jobs, but I've always worked a lot. So maybe that's to do with it. Who knows? It's just, but yeah, so the back issue cannot be repaired. And she said, what you need to do is focus on quality of life. Damn. And when you hear something like that, although not detrimental, you know, she didn't say I've got 2 months to live or anything. You know, it's nothing's urgent. So there's definitely, you know, it's not a poor me situation. There's 1,000 million people that are worse off. But when you hear stuff like quality of life and make the most of your time, holy, it really gets you thinking of, imagine getting news like 6 months or 12 months or getting really bad news. Because instantly my mind went to a place of, holy, like quality of life. I've got young kids. I've got so much that I want to do and achieve. And you know, she's saying no impact, no sport, no, you know, nothing that's going to put strain on your body, because all you're going to do is speed that process up to get to a point where you won't be able to move. Like, holy. And interesting the place that your mind goes to. And I just couldn't stop thinking of the fact that if you get bad news, say that you've been given 6 months or 12 months, or you've got stage 3 or 4 of whatever you're dealing with, then the mindset, the place your mind goes must be a really tough place to be, because quickly and instantly you just think of the things that don't matter. There's so many things that don't matter. The score of a sporting game, the traffic, literally none of this matters. Because the only thing that matters is your health, because without it you have nothing, absolutely nothing. And I'm thinking, man, I want to ride my bikes with my kids. I want to go play sport with the kids. And a lot of this stuff now, I've got to start thinking, I've got to pull that back. I don't want to, there's stuff I want to do. So I guess what I want to talk about is this, you know, my feelings about that, my thought process about that, and just ensuring that even though, you know, I'm 45 soon, and even though my mind still feels like I'm 23, you're actually not. You're getting old. And so, as you know, when I was 20 and 30, I made the most of my life. I did absolutely everything. And still I feel like I didn't do enough. And I did everything. And it's strange the thoughts that go through your head about what you could have done or should have done and where you are now and how that feels and what it's going to look like in 5 years and 10 years. I have a bit of a ramble now, but there's so many things I want to do that now I've got to restrict and be aware of, and who that impacts. Like, how does that impact my wife the next 10 years or the kids the next 10 years? Can I do things or not do things? And is there holidays and places I can't go and shouldn't be going, so I don't want to speed up the process of my body? I don't know, man. They always say, ask an old person with 10 million bucks, and they'd always say, you know, I'd give everything away to be 20 again. And it's true. You would give everything that you ever have to go back to when you were younger. And it just gets you thinking, so why are we not doing that now? Why are we sacrificing everything to get the thing that we would trade anyway to go back to the person that we were 10 years ago? Life is crazy, man. Take care of your health, make the most of everything, and for me, nothing is more important than spending time and doing the things you love with the people you love. Because all this shit, it's nothing, man.